What's going on? We got a pretty cool one today that I'm pretty excited about. Awekeys, the people that made the gold keycaps, I did a previous video on, which I'll also link in the description below if you want to see the gold version of these. They're very cool. Uh, but they sent out a prototype for me to check out. They've got a new set or a couple of sets, different colors and styles. Um, Going into a Kickstarter launch. They're kind of an antique Viking themed set, and there'll be three different colorways with some extra novelties and accent options available. So a bit extra as far as the options go with these sets, which is quite exciting. I love to see the addition of more novelty caps and stuff like that, as well as other uh, color accents and stuff to really customize it and kind of make it your own. The Kickstarter starts on March 11th, but there is going to be a pre-order deal, which I will put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. Go there, click on notify me at launch, and once the Kickstarter is live, you'll get a special price and options for free add-ons and stuff like that too. So with that said, let's get into it and check these out. All right, so we'll start out with kind of just the normal unboxing experience so you can check them out, and then we'll get into details. And we'll talk a little bit about the construction and some other like aspects of these keycaps that are a little bit different than others. So stay tuned for that. That worked out well. There you have the first look at the antique copper set, which I think is a really cool effect. This is a prototype set, so they warned me that there might be some minor defects or blemishes, but honestly, I haven't seen any, and they look damn good. All the legends are very clear, so those look really nice. They've updated the bottom a little bit. They're still fully metal, and this cherry compatible stem here is also adjustable with the little keycap puller and tool that they also provide with the set, which we will get into. Just wanted to touch on that lightly, but we'll get into that a little bit more detail here soon. Slide this out of the way. There are the others, the various shift sizes, backspace, the novelty caps, which I'll show you better in just a second, as well as some other colors. And they also make accent kits. This is the Onyx Black, which I quite like. Having the shift and the tab and a couple of black accents, I think is going to look really cool. I will stick these on a board as well, and we'll do a sound test before and after and all that good stuff. So we'll go over the novelties here. They're like all Viking themed because this is very much a Viking inspired design with the worn metals and stuff like that, which is really cool. So there's one. There's a larger novelty of like a wolf, also very Viking, very cool. And then of course you have an actual Viking dude with a axe and shield, also pretty cool. I also appreciate that all their caps are engraved or embossed on the bottom with the size and row type of thing, like the R3. Nice little touch. So there's the Viking dude. Two birds, also still very Viking-esque. Very cool. And then they have smaller ones with the tree, very iconic. I can't think of the name of it, so feel free to roast me in the comments. Tree of Life or whatever it is, but this is a great time to show some of the other colors as well. So these are the three main colors available: gold, silver, and copper, all kind of with an antique finish. They look kind of worn. There's the gold. This is the silver set, which is kind of almost like a gunmetal. I kind of like this one quite a bit, actually. I think this would look really cool on some gray or black boards. And of course, the antique copper that we'll be using. Really nice laser engraving quality, though. Very crisp. None of them are blown out or anything. Put those back in. And then these are kind of the onyx gemstone or accent kits, which are not weathered in the same way. They're more of just a polished black, but I think it'll look really good in contrast to the rest of the caps. So we'll check that out for sure. Like I said, Awekeys, all their caps are full metal. Even the stems on those, it's all one piece of metal. I mentioned before that these are adjustable. These right here, we'll talk about that real quick. So they come with a little tool. This right here, which obviously is a keycap puller. But then it also has this end to, if you need these to tighten down on the switch stem at all, you use this end and put it over there and kind of tap it with something lightly. You don't want to go too crazy, but you can tighten them that way. Or if they're too tight, you throw things, apparently. That's what this end is for. So you can then use this. Sorry, I'm struggling with my lighting here. So then you can use this to tap that in there to space them out a little bit more if they're too tight. So it takes a little bit of fine tuning to get these to fit on a keyboard just perfectly, but it's well worth the extra effort. And being that they are not cheap to start with, I like that they have a little tool like this to be able to really fine tune the fitment and get them just right. Okay, so like I said, we'll be testing these on the Attack Shark X75. It is an all aluminum keyboard. It sounds quite good. This is the stock configuration. I haven't modified it or anything. I thought it would be a good fit for these keycaps, so I want to do a sound test before and after, so here we go. All right, so here it is with all the keycaps put on it. I went ahead and used all of the copper ones. I did not use any of the black accents on this one. I may switch them out, but I really like the all copper look on the black board, especially because these ones are so glossy. I feel like it takes away from it some, especially because this is a matte black case. I feel like if it were a shinier black, it would probably look better with the accent ones. But I did end up using some of the novelty caps here and for my delete button there. So overall, I really, really like the look of this particular set. I think the antique copper looks really, really cool. And I can tell they've put in some work on redesigning the stems because these were a lot easier to install and kind of tweak the fitment on. I didn't really have to change much for these. The gold ones that I mentioned that I have another video on, those took a lot more effort and fine tuning to get the fitment right. And that may be these switches or it may be their new stems. It's kind of hard to say, but I had very, very few issues with these and they sound absolutely awesome on this board. So there you have it. Those are the antique copper set coming out from Awekeys. March 11th is when the Kickstarter starts. And I would love to hear your comments, thoughts, opinions in the comments below. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate you watching. Much love to Awekeys for sending out this prototype set. I was honored and super stoked to get these on a board, and I absolutely love them. Honestly, they're super cool. So shout out to Awekeys for hooking it up and letting me get a sneak peek on these. Much love. I appreciate it. And much love to you for watching the video, especially if you stuck around to the very end like this. I greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.